Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. Today it's going to be a one-off mission, and it's nice because it's 1989 Ramstein blues, which must mean Germany in the Cold War being send it.
Hi, Cap. Yeah, that's exactly right. So they say that imitation is the highest form of flattery. And as you know, Matrix has been running a campaign where we've been doing more of the RAF and British forces in the northern part of West and East Germany. And I was inspired by that to try and put some of the aircraft we have in DCS now in their historically accurate air bases. So yeah, I've picked a little bit of a later time period of 1989 because it kind of fits a bit better the airframes that we have in DCS. You were just starting to get the Mudhen on board, and of course the F-16s taking over the SEAD role from the venerable F4. So what I've done is I've put together a map where I researched out a lot of the actual SAM sites that were in East Germany at the time. It was super interesting, some work on the internet, and then of course this map that Ugra have done is some great work they've done putting in the batteries. So filled it all out, and effectively that's ended up with a mission where our main sort of target, if you like, is the SA5 battery. I found out from my research there was actually only 4 SA5 batteries at the time. Of course, they're the high altitude SAM. And then, of course, there are quite a lot of SA2 sites and a few SA3s, and only ever one S300 site that got set up just before the Cold War ended. So, as I said, yeah, the main target for tonight is the SA5 battery, and that's for the F-15E Mudhens. And then everything else that everyone else is doing is really in support of that main mission, because of course, if they're successful, they're taking out effectively 25% of the SA5 coverage of Eastern Germany, which would then allow B-52's high altitude aircraft to come in and help with the fight for wider air superiority. So yeah, as we all well know by now, it's a Cold War gone hot type scenario, and we're mostly flying the Blue 4 aircraft, but I have put a few player Red 4 aircraft in just as a bit of a spoiler. The other flights, what they're doing, effectively they're paving the way for the F-15s. So we've got a SEAD DIAD flight of F-16s. They will be flying out of Spangleheim. And they, being 1989, they've got no AMRAAMs and they've got no harm targeting pod, but they do have a T-pod because they'll be focusing on SA6s and SA3s, and the SA6s being road mobile. You won't be able to see where they are just from F10. They have to be detected to then be spotted and then taken out. You will have harms on those SEAD F-16s. There is some SA2 batteries as well around the front line there at Fulda that I was hoping the F4s could take out, but if they're causing problems for everybody, then the F-16s can take them out. In terms of loadout for those F-16s, you'll spawn in with 2 harms each and 2 tanks. But if you want to go 4 harms and then refuel, there is a tanker available, so you can always try that if you prefer to change your loadout. As well as those F-16s in Springfield flight doing the SEAD, we also have F-16s in Ford flight doing a bit of a fighter sweep. So the idea is they'll fly out of Han, they're a bit more forward based, and they'll try and clear the way for some of those F-15s going in for that SA5 site. Again, the F4s, if there's no SA2 radars left, then they'll switch to DIAD and maybe try and take the launchers themselves out with cluster munitions or rockets or whatever they want. The F-15 Strike, if you want to go to Pontiac flight on the bottom tab there, Cap, if you haven't already, to have a look at the target, it's 3 batteries of SA5. So there is actually quite a lot of launches. There's then 1 search radar and 2 track radars that need taking out. I've modeled it so that there is quite heavy AAA at the site, but it will only be triggered once a Blue 4 aircraft flies over the top. So just be aware that whatever attack profile you're doing, really the priority is probably the radars more than the launchers themselves. But if you fly overhead and you try and re-attack, you're probably going to face up against Schilke's 57mm and all of that jazz. In terms of assets for us, we've got a boom tanker. As I said, it's just the one. The radio details are at the top of the sign-up sheet, so it's Texaco, and he's 16 X-ray. We also have an AWACS and some ground EWRs. Red 4 also have an AWACS, so keep that in mind. F10 is set to fog of war, so whatever any of our radars can see, you should be able to see on F10. In terms of the enemy cap that we'll be facing, there will be waves of MiG-23s. Initially, they will ignore us until we cross the line into East Germany, and then they'll start rushing forward. There will also be some AI MiG-29s, but there's also going to be human MiG-29s, as you've seen in the sign-up sheet. So bear in mind, you might be up against a human or an AI. Given the time period, there's no ETs or ERs. Sorry, that's R27 ETs or ERs. They're just normal Ts or Rs. But they did have R73s. So, okay, maybe they're not the Hobbs R73s that we have, but I've put in R73s just to help balance it out a little bit. So just bear in mind, if you get in a dogfight with MiG-29, they've got R73s. In terms of the CAS, we then have some A10s in there. I've put a load of tanks in and around Fulda. The Fulda Gap was the famous area where everyone was afraid that the Soviet motor rifle divisions would push through. So I've put a load of stuff in there. You've got some T-55s for the Eastern German forces, and then you've got a bit more modern T-80s with the Soviet forces. They will be in waves as well, just to kind of not melt everybody's RAM and CPU. So once you've destroyed one whole load of tanks, another wave will spawn in. Just keep in mind there's obviously blue forces there as well. All of those tanks are set to be playable in tank commander, so sorry, tactical commander. So if you get shot down, you only have one spawn if you're red or blue side. Then feel free to jump in a tank and have a pop away and try and race to Berlin. There is also, just to make it a bit more interesting, the Attack Commander, I've also put in some air defense assets. So there's some SHORAD that players can take control of. And then in terms of ammo trucks, those are a little bit further away. So you can, if you want to be, if you're the kind of person who plays I don't know, World of Warcraft or other games are available, and you like support roles, then you can drive a truck and you can help everybody reload, because once you fired off all your SHORAD missiles, that's it. So there's, kind of a bit of role play as to what you want to do, whether you want to be a tank or SHORAD or a truck. There's also JTAC Humvees. So they will work as AI FACs if the A10s want them. So they will be Axeman or Eyeball. The information is in the radio sheet next to the frequencies at the bottom of the sign-up sheet. Otherwise, people can actually jump in them as attack commander and talk to the A10s over radio and lays and fire smoke and all that goodness. Otherwise, I think that's everything from me, Cap. I've already talked far too long. I don't know if you want to go through flights and then I'll take questions.
Roger
I'll take questions now. Yeah.
Roger Bean. NATO, Springfield, Seed, F-16, Cap, Grump, Dark, Dodge, A-10, Close Air Support, Blight, Tux or Cult, F-4, Seed, Bean, Jigsaw, Pontiac, Mudhens, the attack on the S-200, Matrix, Poosh, Rage, Ford, F-16s, Fighter Sweep, Caladane, maybe Skill, Uzi, F-15C, Fighter Sweep, High and Chef. And the naughty Reds, we have MiG-29As, Milo, Mems and Kingston. Okay, welcome in viewers. We are using the new Cold War Germany map, which should be perfect for this. So let me check with the boys. Guys, Grump and Dark, check in please.
Hi, Cap. Hello.
Right guys, my understanding is we are to take off, fly east a couple of 100 miles, take out SA3s and SA6s. The SA3s should be highlighted on our F10 maps, or roughly where they are, because they're static and we know where they are. But the SA6s, as per real life, are mobile, so we don't know where they are, so we're going to have to hunt them down with our radiation. Obviously, lots of surface-to-air threats and air-to-air threats. Basically, lots of threats. Any questions?
Let's go blow shit up. Are we gonna keep our fuel tanks?
I suggest take what you're comfortable with, but I have gone for 1 tank and 4 missiles for arms. The runway, we're pretty much on the threshold of the runway, so once you're ready, taxi out and I'll meet you at the threshold of the runway, which is 2-3. Hello, Grump. Right, I haven't done a proper mission in a while, to be honest, so let's try to cock it up. In terms of what we can see, viewers, well, we can see on our map here what our data link sees, so what our various radars and stuff see. So at the moment, not a lot. Alright, lead on, runway 23. Hello, Grump.
Hi, Cap.
We've even got the right tail numbers.
Nice.
And if you go to the F10 map and zoom out, he's modelled where all of the SAMs were in East Germany for this time period. That is pretty nerdy. Alright guys, stamp on the brakes and motors up.
Paladin guard check.
3, 2, 1, now. Rotate now. Get up and left roll. Bye bye, Spangdalen.
Paladin 243 guard check.
Yeah, we got you. Alright guys, I'm going to level out now. Well, I'm going to level out in terms of heading. I'm going to put us at 5-degree climb, stay on mil power, put up an autopilot. I'm going to watch some other flights, just keep an eye on my jet flicks.
Space com check 243.
Yeah, I said it flicks.
Copy all.
243.
Okay, let's go and have a look around. As you can see, giant, well, the whole of Germany pretty much. We've got air-to-air F-16s, little bit naughty, having AMRAAM, shouldn't have that really, but we can give them a couple of those because we don't have many players today. What appear to be F-15Cs doing a startup at Spangdalen, God I can't say it now, with Lakenheath signs. We've got Phantoms doing, or will be doing seed at this base, whichever base that is, and like being said, these are the real bases that they operated from, so it's kind of cool, right? A-10s, must have been the A model in 1989. I'm going to go and look for tanks, passing through the gap. And we've got Century, and I think that's our lot. We've got some tankers somewhere, but I can't see them. You guys good?
Confirm, 2 settle on your right side.
Yes, you are. What did you happen to Dark?
Who? Never heard of him.
Yep.
Good thing we brought extra harms. Hey Cap, do you want to hear a story?
Grump, I would love to hear a story. Fill me in.
Okay, so since I'm basically doing Uber now at this point, I mean that's what I'm doing. I gotta find playlists and stuff like that, right? So I get this playlist that's like car music. Have you heard of a black bimmer?
A black bimmer? No.
Yeah, some dude made a song called Black Bimmer. I'm not endorsing them anyway, but they're talking about how cool a BMW is. What a nerd.
What a freaking nerd. Only a freaking idiot, and I mean an idiot, would drive a BMW. I'd actually have a BMW at the moment. I've actually given it to my brother for the next few months. So all I have is absolutely nothing at the moment. I can borrow the wife's car.
Oh, that's crazy. Was it a Beamer?
Yeah, I had a little blue Z4, but my brother's got it at the moment.
Okay, because I was like listening to the lyrics of this song, and they're talking about how awesome it is to have a 4.4 liter V8. And I'm like, oh, it's a baby engine.
I don't know anything about a 4.4 litre V8. I'm pretty sure you can't even get them that big in this country, but I know all about BMW rust protection, but we probably shouldn't go into that today. But when we do go into it, boy, am I informed on that.
Oh, so 4.4 liter is actually big in the UK.
Yes, that is rather large, that one is.
The American laughs in 7.5 liter 454 big block engine.
Why won't you give me your green card? Right guys, we are still 100 miles out, but we better start setting up our air-to-ground munitions, so do that. We're going to be looking for SA3, SA6, by the way.
4.7 liter V8.
I want it. Rob wasn't listening at all, of course. Right.
It's cool, but the problem is it's Mopar. I mean, I know there's a lot of diehard fans out there that says Mopar, no car, but like, at a certain point, you gotta not like the people who design Dodge because they don't make it very maintenance friendly.
I have no idea what I'm
like, who designs a car to only be able to replace the battery by taking the front quarter panel off the vehicle?
That is pretty freaking bad, actually.
Meanwhile, Chevy supremacy. You know what you need to do in order to replace the battery in a Chevy?
What are you talking about, Grump? No. Replace the battery? No. Open the hood?
You open the hood. You just open the hood and take the battery out.
The battery just falls out, guys. Me on table 3. with your harms, and you'll start to see SA6 radiation popping up already.
Oh damn, it's go time already? Okay.
Full go time already. The thing is, because we don't have a HTS, we can't triangulate, which means we don't know the range, which means it means something. I don't know what it means, but yeah.
It means the moment that our RWR is telling us that we're being locked on, it's a good time to shoot.
I'm going to have a look at the map and see what intel we've got. So we know these SA3s because they're statics, which are a distance of... Oh, lots of people airborne now.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing what you're seeing now. 6A, that's an SA6, just to, what is that, 30 degrees to our left?
Yeah.
Or is that 10? I don't know what that... Do you know what the hashes mean?
But I got a fairly good idea of where the Fulda Gap starts and ends, so I'm just going to plot it in my mind now, because that's what we need. So if I were having a guess, just looking at the map, I would say those SA6s are about 150 nautical miles away, roughly, with some SA2s. And the SA3s that we can't see yet are about 100 miles away. Either way, everything's a long way away still. Now, why can we see the SA6 radiation? Well, I don't know.
Are we there yet?
What's a Sierra Alpha, guys? What does that mean in our table?
Search radar. As far as I'm aware, we're only striking 3s and 6s.
Well, let's stick to that then, otherwise it's just a waste of missiles. Our viewers have got a few minutes, so let's see what else is going on. Well, whatever that is. MiG-29, human MiG-29s, being complete giant bellends as everything loads in. And we're right at the front, so we're going to get shot by MiG-29, so that's bad news. Guys, data link's telling me 200 miles ahead of us are MiG-29s incoming, but that's a long way away.
Considering the missiles we have on the rails? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going within 50 miles of those suckers. But once we get some missiles off and we're clean, we're damn fast. Rough distance to where we're expecting SA3s to be are about 60 to 70 miles according to my HSD, but still no radiation. I wonder if the search radars are anything to do with the SA3s.
It could be a search radar from the SA3 or the SA6 site, but again, there's no real way to tell.
I saw some SA2s on the map as well. Are we supposed to be taking SA2s? Did I miss that in the briefing? I'm going to try and reach mission leader. Bean, Cap.
Nope.
Cap for Bean.
Go ahead, Cap.
This is the main seed flight here. We were tasked to take on SA3 and 6, but we're coming up against a bunch of SA2. Are we engaging those as well?
If they're stopping you engaging the SA6, then go ahead, but otherwise prioritise the SA6.
Well, he says only shoot them if you have to, but I love shooting stuff, so we'll probably just shoot them anyway.
I mean, we did add extra arms for a reason, right? By the way, I've filtered out the table to where it's just the 2, 3, and 6, and taken out those search radars from that function, and now I'm seeing 2 SA6s off to our left.
That is actually interesting, and I'm not going to bother doing it because I'll cock it up. But what I can see on a HSD is the known positions of those SA2s on our 11 and 12 o'clock for 60 miles. Why are they not illuminating us? I don't know yet. Maybe because they haven't fired the track radar up yet.
Upper panel, you see where it says SRCH on your MFD for weapon. Yep, up at the top where it says search, SRCH, just click that and then highlight the ones that you want to see. So get rid of like S and like 13. Just hit has after that. So now you'll probably see those 2 SA6s off our left side.
And the question is, how far are they? Well, I guess we wait until we get spiked, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So we've got 3 weapons here. We've got RWR to triangulate, we've got the sensor on harm, and we've got our HSD, known or last known position. So we've got to be smart between those 3 sensors. Alright guys, I'm seeing last known positions of SA2s, SA6s, 10 o'clock, 40 miles, so something's going to happen soon. It may be those SA6s we're picking up and going off autopilot.
Yeah, we're likely within range now if we want to hit these things.
Okay, I'm going for right-hand SA6, you go for left-hand SA6, you back up, Doc.
Sounds good.
Alright, I've got lock on leftmost SA6.
When do you want to fire?
5 minutes ago.
Roger, Cap. Firing now. Magnar, mate.
Got Magnum SA6.
Right, I'm going to go into a left turn and head back, guys, while we establish how much damage that does.
I've got the nearest SA2 locked up.
Something's blown up.
Actually, not the nearest. I've got the left-hand SA2 locked up.
Fire at wheel. We know they're down there.
Yeah, they should be within range of these harms.
Is it the SA2 or the search radar? Because we don't really want the search radar. A million search radars out.
It's gonna be the SA2 if it's showing up after you've filtered out the search radars.
Spiky Wikey coming in for SA2, so I'm heading cold now, guys. We're about to hit one of those cubes. Alright, baby. You, baby. I got everything. One cube down. You're about to hit a cube. Oh, sexy. I'm staying cold. Let's get these missiles do their full damage first.
Magnum on the left, SA2.
Once you've done it, head cold, please. We're doing it step by step, so let's just make sure their assessed is destroyed and then we'll head towards them. Well, that's a good start.
Crumpson trail from you about a mile back. Should be going for a fan song.
Fan song spotted, yeah. Probably going to be a strike. They're pretty well played. Look,
It's locked on it.
he's even put them in the right places. Friggin' Milsim Bean at his best. Oh, kaboomy. Now, I was a bit naughty because I was cheating and watching, but there's actually a secondary fan song at that site. Intel would know that anyway, so it's not really cheating.
Yeah, 89, yeah.
There's also a SA2 site to the right of the one that I just fired at. I fired at the one on the left.
Roger, we'll take him out then. I'm just going to check the overview from GCI. Okay, guys, we do have some problems coming in the form of MiG-29s. We can't operate until they're taken out. They're 50 to 60 miles ahead of us. So we're just going to circle here while we wait for our F-15Cs, okay?
Where is our cap, by the way?
We're just passing them now, so we're going to an orbit here. We'll be okay while the F-15s go by.
Neat.
Okay, forming back up with you guys.
Alright, F-15 is going to do your stuff.
2 is active again. 8 o'clock.
Roger, I believe we're out of wares, so I'm not going to worry. F-15's engaging. Go on, Sheffington, Weffington.
Yeah, but they're lighting it up for us, so.
Roger. Yeah, those F-15s have to be careful about SA2s. I'm going to try and hail them. Space Chef Cap.
Chef.
Be warned, you are going to be fighting over active SA2s. We've not taken them all out yet.
Copy, yeah, consider turning around.
Well, it sounds like we're between a rock and a hard place now at this point, because if the cap can't operate over SA2s, well, they can't shoot down the cap that's keeping us from shooting at the SA2s.
It just means we'll have to pull back and drag their cap further back. I wonder why we can't see the hostile fighters on our data link. Maybe disabled because we're a 1989.
Capture 4 disengaging.
Because a data linked plane cannot see them on the map, but a non-data linked plane can. So we can see them on F10, but not data linked.
Roger, noted. The F-15's temporarily disengaging. We're safe for the time being. Let's go and have a pop at the SA2s again. I see an emitter coming up. Fire at will.
Yeah, affirm. It's roughly 40 miles away, about 50 miles, so it's going to be a long shot.
No, let's go in a little further. Okay, we've got a SA6 and 2 SA2 emitters. We're going to take them all down, guys. Cap will fire at rightmost SA2, Grump, middlemost SA2, Dark, left SA6. Any problems?
Nope, tally on target, ready to fire.
Just waiting to get a little bit closer. I'm going to check the data link. GCI says MiG-29s are now heading cold, so it's a great time to strike.
40 miles away.
F-15 Seed, we're about to fire at those SA2s and SA6s at the front of the Fulda Gap. We need a few minutes though.
Roger, Cap.
Copy, Cap.
Alright guys, I see them about 35 to 40 miles, do you agree?
Affirm. Your SA2 is going to be a little bit closer than mine, so you're probably going to be within Wes here soon.
Alright, I'll give it another half minute. Alright, that's it, I'm firing now. Magnum.
Magnum SA2.
Go on, Grumtastic. Woo!
Dark, Magnum SA6.
Alright.
Springfield flight, you've got 2 MiG-29s bearing down on you, 20,000 feet plus.
Springfield turning cold now. Can someone warn those phantoms that they're running into the MiGs?
Yeah, copy that, Cap, we know.
Crump's turned on to 230.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can draw him in a bit.
Tracking my missile. Looking good.
When you get a minute, Cap, you might want to come left 90 degrees.
Doing it now.
One of the harms was a negative impact.
Ah, shit. Probably mine. Okay, what's going on here then?
Grub Shack, Fansong.
Well done. Those F-15s are operating over it, so it doesn't appear to be a threat. AMRAAM fired somewhere at something.
Yeah, I think the 16's got it.
Right, here we go.
Springfield flight.
Yep, that's us.
Yes, send.
Inbound MiGs on you as well.
Yeah, Springfield has pulled back now. Oh, that bloody F-15's about to get smacked. Good evasion. Guys, those MiGs are tied up over the emitters. Anyone see any more live emitters at that station?
We'd have to turn back hot to see.
Roger, one of you is, whoever's at 29k. Whoever that is, give us some intel.
That'd be Dark. Dark, are you muted somehow?
Start being freaking down.
Nope, I'm here.
Alright, what's that? What's that?
Looks like we still have one SA-6 and one SA-2.
Oh, he got shot by a friggin' Stinger. He went low and got shot by a Stinger. Well, one MiG-29 went low and got shot by a friggin' Stinger missile. How upsetting. Welcome to the freaking Cold War, by the way.
Ah, poor Mims.
He is not going to be a happy German.
Shot down over his motherland.
Yep.
Where's the fatherland? What?
Grump, I'm going to force my nose over that area. I don't want any of our guys to get shot down.
Yeah, roger that. I'm heading back towards the radio.
Alright, good news. I don't see...
Got a SA-2 radar that's tracking somebody.
Heading in now for another firing, Grump. Chef. Roger, got a 2 and a 6, right?
Yeah, if it says T, that means it's tracking somebody.
Roger, I'm going for that SA-2. I just had guard from the F-15s asking us to take them down because they're struggling now.
Yeah, roger. That's the only emission I'm seeing at the moment.
What was the problem with the SA-6? Okay, I'm going for a close shot. I'm going for a very close shot because I'm going to try... I think what's happening is there's some SHORAD that's shooting our missiles down, so I'm going to go fast and hit it at Mark 4. Alright, it's tracking me now. I'm going to wait until it fires on me and I'm going to bunch it.
I can try and see if I can iron hand.
Okay, Cap, you're about 30 miles away from that SA-2.
At me whilst you fire in.
Roger, waiting for it to fire at me. Now I'm worried about that MiG. Where's that MiG got to? That would eat me for breakfast.
If the airspace is congested, it may very not fire at you.
What are you going for, Doc?
2520 at this moment.
You can still get closer.
Roger, I want that high kinematic shot.
I think if we can take down this last fan song, then that'll clear up a little bit of this airspace. It looks like there's another SA-3 that's clear the way back.
Okay, passing a 20-mile range ring firing now. Magnum, going into an orbit. There's a Shrike missile going out. I was going to take my damn Fang Song before my missile hits. How frustrating. No, it's not. It's going to be a Shrike and completely miss. Ladies and gentlemen, that weapon.
Ooh, somebody's angered the SA-5.
Watching my missile go down. Hopefully he won't turn his radar off this time. Don't turn your radar off. Don't turn
I'm watching a missile gliding in.
Alright, it's going to be a hit.
Looks like a good track.
Gotcha.
Right, splash one.
Good check.
Alright, what do we still need to clear up?
At least from the ELINT page, we've got one more SA-3, but it's a little bit farther back into the line.
F-15s, F-16s, we believe we've taken down both frontline SA-2s now.
Roger, acknowledge.
Copy.
Jesus, that is contested, isn't it? Alright guys, I guess we just keep pushing east now.
Somebody's saying that there's an SA-6 still active.
I'm gonna rearm it, Frankfurt.
Can someone find that sucker? Alright, Cap's on task, heading east, no emissions thus far.
So the Reds have lost one MiG-29. Where'd the other one go?
It just ran, so it's under our radar, probably right underneath us.
Oh, that's fine.
I think it's back at the base rearming or refueling, but SA-5 is fired on me, depending.
Oh wow. Okay. New emissions, Grump, I'm getting a 3 come up ahead of us.
A-10's engaging tanks.
Yep, that's probably going to be the long distance one.
Yeah, visual. Okay, I'm going to pop out 3.
SA-2.
I've got a 3 25 miles away, getting a little closer.
I'm getting SA-2 emissions right in front of me. I think I'm going to pop a shot here.
Roger, I wasn't expecting any more SA-2s. We should know they're be careful, because I know there's some miles away, but I didn't realise there's some close.
Yeah, it was showing it was close proximity. I'm going to see where that thing's going.
Magnum SA3, I'm going to take that sucker out.
You're up, sitting at 1 left.
Roger, I'm Winchester now, just seeing this missile down.
I have 2, but I'm still being chased by a missile from SA-5.
Oh, about no good. Hello, Cold
If you
War
just
base.
lazily list to the left, it'll miss you.
Boom, get some.
What's your fuel state?
SA3 disabled, go into an orbit. My Sam's taken out.
We just lost one of the cap to SA-5.
Ah, god damn it.
Actually, there's 2 runways here, so do you want to take the left-hand one and I'll take the right-hand one?
That's got to be embarrassing.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's like getting hit by a friggin', I don't know, something slow and stupid.
Get bound for space, yeah.
Oh my god, what's
It's
going on there?
that's a missile that was meant for strategic bombers.
Yeah.
So the only way you get hit by that is if you don't maneuver at all.
Oh, been fired on. Cap fired on SA-5 going down, as in dropping.
Okay, I think the cons are at about 28,000 because I'm not conning anymore.
Not where I want to be low. SA-5 defeated, heading home now because... Alright, take me home, sir.
Ground fuel state's 4.7. I think I can loiter for just a little bit longer.
I'm going to watch what's going on. A-10's doing A-10 stuff. We've got some mud hens I saw. One mud hen shot down by Flogger. That's bad news. One mud hen got through, and being mud henny, he's going to be upset. He ran straight into a cap flight. That's never a good thing.
Yeah, I'm at fuel state 3-7.
Cross being engaged by SA-5 going defensive. Front missile defeated.
DL755 is being dropped. Mud hen closing in on his SA-5 target now. Okay, I'm watching that mud head going in to destroy the SA-5.
Yeah, it's a very long final.
I figure if it's going in to strike that mission success, we RTB.
Roger, I'm heading back anyway. It's visual base. Don't miss it, Matrix, don't miss it. Pretty sure he's going to fly straight by it, I believe. Matrix has done a true Matrix. He's gone straight by the target. There it is. Whoops.
You know, if we have spare fuel, we could just wild weasel this SA-5s. It's very easy to defeat them, and they've got very limited missiles.
One of them's just fired. Come on, Matrix. See the smoke. See the giant frigging smoke trail.
One of them has just fired at me.
2 have been fired.
Unlike you, Dark.
Alright, he spotted the target. Now he's just got to get some frigging bombs on target.
They do not. I think I'm going to go hit the tanker.
Yes, it's got something. That may be the SA-5 radar taken out. Yeah. Oh, it's definitely taken out, alright.
Yeah, that would be, that's square pair dead. As far as I'm aware, there's more than one SA-5.
747 on landing.
Roger, I'm going to speak to the mission boss and try and find out what we're doing next. Bean, Cap.
Yeah, go ahead, Cap.
Front line of SAMs destroyed. Also, the first SA-5 taken down by Mudhen. What do we do now?
Destroy everything. Destroy as many SAMs as you can. Otherwise, you can go to CAS if you want.
Duly noted. I spoke to Bean, guys. The initial mission is complete. It's now targets at will. So basically, do what you want.
Grump's gonna follow you in for RTB.
Roger, let's land at the F4 base. Can't read what it's called, but it's not too far ahead. Alright, Grump, I'll follow you in. Let's go and friggin' land some aeroplanes.
Copy.
As the serious mission's done, I wouldn't mind popping out with some air-to-ground munitions and go and help that A-10 with tanks. That sounds like fun.
I think we lost an A-10 even.
Right. What they need is some terrible, terrible air-to-ground F-16s to help.
I like my shuttle approaches, Cap. Don't you love your shuttle approaches?
I do like a good shuttle approach.
Not to be confused with shuttlecocks.
No.
Warning.
My window fell off.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Grump, your window also fell off. It's very unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh, well, we didn't need it, right?
No.
Tuxo RTB.
Okay, I go down now. Good luck, everybody else.
I love down. I also love down, Grump.
Yeehaw!
Express elevator to hell. Going down. This is standard NATOPS in a USAF plane, right? Lovely view of Frankfurt, Grump.
Eee.
Space Needle.
Gotta give the boys a show.
Hey, Smoky
I
ass.
think I can land at 615 knots.
Always.
Just throw the gear down, it'll slow you.
Yeah, drop in the brake.
Phantom going up.
Look at this dude. The F4 to our left.
What a friggin' dude.
Dropping at 250, starting to turn into base.
There's that dude again.
250, gear down. Shit, that was my hook. Ah!
You put your hook down.
Yeah, I have my hook button right now, or my hook, switch right next to my gear switch. You know, it was just the 4th of July here, Cap. I need some sparklers.
I love sparklers.
I sure hope nobody's taking off from this base right now.
Right? Because we don't stop for no man. But the important thing is we've followed SOPs.
Whether the tanks are out
Yes,
or
confirm. Coming in hot and heavy, get the hell out of our way.
Yeah, Lee, you should probably stay runway center.
Jigsaw, Tuxo, there's lots of tanks left and all sorts down there.
Thank you, Tuxo.
Oh, a little shaky down here. I wonder if that's because we don't have our canopy on right now.
I doubt it.
Yeah. Maybe I worry too much, I don't know.
Yeah. Randall. Hey, girl.
Hi, Cap.
Grump, I think there's a problem with my steering.
You might have to turn your steering on.
Oh no, my steering, it just cocked right, Grump. Can you believe that, S? Two beautifully maintained jets at Spangdahlem. Oh, I can't believe another guy's hydraulic steering just failed. Like the circa 1970 incident in Brucken where one Harrier landing gear failed. It happened again.
Oof.
Oh guys, I'm gonna go and watch some guys. Yeah, I said it, watch some freaking
How
guys.
you like doing that, Cap? Watching guys.
Fucking, as long as they're in a nud, I just love that S. Dressed, not so much.
We're trying to do some work here, but the SA-5 keeps pushing me back.
It's annoying, isn't it?
There's still a tactical commander, by the way, Cap, if you want to take a Abrams or something.
I'm watching you guys sex it up. Oh, not many of us left, is there, guys? A lot of attrition today, a lot of rustiness going on here.
Been taken off Frankfurt, runway 25 left.
I don't know where they were, Jigsaw. I just saw some smoke, some tanks, some flight stuff.
He's on 25 left and we're on 25 right.
Oh, Roger.
Or we were...
Luckily, the good guys at Frankfurt saw fit to build 2 runways, Dark. Oh, I'm not looking very well. Bean, you sure you've got enough rockets?
I think I left some behind.
Tuxall inbound to Frankfurt. I understand Cap's landed, so where's safe to land?
Yes.
That's 3 less missiles on that SA5.
I think there's 18 in total at that site.
Hi. You should go... Oh, the hostiles have all landed. Well, if you want to strafe some hostiles on the ground, then go 080 for 30 and strafe on the ground.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, let's go strafe those MiGs.
Alright, Jigsaw, I want to see the most rockets you've ever released before you get shot down.
Yeah, but where are the active tanks? I see a lot of them, but don't know which ones are active.
Use that legendary F4 maneuverability. Oof, ouch. Something going down. Yep, the shizzle.
Tuxall final, Frankfurt 24 left.
Yeah, get him. Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Nice.
There's still a bunch more stuff down there to kill. Oh, a bunch more. Nice. Get some. Woohoo!
That's awesome.
You don't need a nuclear bomb. Oh, you're all out of rockets somehow. So you back up friggin' base.
Here we go. I see the MiG in the runway there. I'm going to strafe these guys. So I didn't think so.
Roger, hi. Last action of the Battelle. Yeah, I said it, Battelle. Wow, a nice place to park your friggin' MiG.
Short. Good hits.
Still alive.
Let's do another one. I didn't see any ground defenses there, so...
No, sir.
Hi, MiG-29 bearing down on you. Angels 40.
Ooh!
Okay, yeah,
They're
right.
Where? Oh, yeah, I got him wherever you are.
Does he even see you?
Oh, he's gonna...
Milo, he's very Irish.
I'm gonna go gonna get shot by the SA5 though, if I climb that high.
Yeah, his data link might not be able to see you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's just let him come down to you.
I think you have to stay on the deck.
Roger.
There's also an SA2 there as well.
F-15 doesn't do the deck. Best thing you can do is to posture him down, shoot a missile at him, posture him down.
Yeah, I'm riding straight on him. Oh, I'm getting shot by the SA5. Damn it. I'm gonna have to.
You have sticks out on you.
I think you never noticed you actually.
Which looks wrong on F-15 being low.
He fired at him.
Yeah, I got shot by
He's lost you.
the MiG.
He's lost you off his radar. Nerd.
Right below him. Let's see if we can catch him.
Nerd.
There it is. There's the button.
185 for 5 miles. High. 3 miles. You're
I need to pass this cloud. I don't see him.
Look up high, look up.
Keep turning. Hard right.
Oh, there he is. Man, he's way up there still. I got no...
You're within minimum sparrow range. You'll be fine.
Here we go. Booked one.
Oh, he's dead. You go up to friggin' blow up, and we all know that. Nothing he can do now.
Look at the dude up in the bozosphere.
Right? Grum?
What did I miss?
Oh, missed.
Wow.
Oh.
Hey! Done his body. Ah, his body!
I need to get out of here.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if the SA5 looks like it's looking at me. He likes me.
No, I'm not surprised. You're dashing.
Yeah, he shot.
Dashing on Mexican.
I don't think he sees me, man. These little hills help me.
That is one dead MiG-20.
Okay, going west. Let's get out of here, west.
Yeah,
to freedom.
Back home, to freedom and beyond. Oh, hello. What's your name? Tuxall. That's some seriously nice parking. Any chance of a push back to the Has? There we go, mutually dependent prodding session. Right in my eye, it's in my eye! God damn you!
Hi Cap, yeah, I'm just having a look at a general overview and then we'll let people go through flight by flight. But a general overview, it seems like the SA2 sites are down in terms of the track and search radar. A few SA6 sites taken out. I think at least all their radars taken out if there's only a few launchers still left. Then with the SA5 site, I think that's unfortunately still up. There's one radar taken down. But otherwise, as I was flying, I'm not really aware of all the stories and drama that went on, so we'll let people go through flight by flight.
Well, first is us, that's Springfield, 3 F-16s and some sexy pilots. Heading in, we got in first because we wanted to be in first to beat the MiG-29s. We shot a bunch of harms off, as you can see on my screen now, at SA2s and SA6s, mobilising around the front of the Fulda Gap combat area. We did hit them, but we later found out they had redundant radars, which was annoying, so we had to go back again and start shooting, by which time it had all kicked off. We did eventually get the whole of the front of the Fulda destroyed, but we didn't push any further because it was difficult and we were out of ammunition. And then we went back and I believe we played some silly buggers, and that's it. Next flight.
Myself, talked on light in the A10s. We had about a 100-mile transit in, which is nice and slow in an A10. Come across some tanks on the front line. Bit of a racetrack between us. Mavericks, death and destruction. Blight died, I think, as well. And then I just went home and hugged Cap.
You did, didn't you? Next, humanoids.
Yeah, so in terms of what happened for us, we got up, we did a little orbit because we could see the MiG-29s pushing in. And then myself, I let off a few strikes that didn't do anything, so I went back rearmed, got rockets, and then went back in and destroyed some launches. And then Jigsaw, I don't know what you got up to.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. So strikes as usual, did nothing, but the rockets did the job.
Yeah.
Roger, guys, next flight.
It's the Mud Hens.
So we took off. We had a mix of ordnance, none of which did very good. On the way over there, I disconnected, so I had to come back up. And Matrix dropped some snake eyes, got one of the track radars. And then when he's coming back for a reattack, he got sniped. Both Rage and I got shot down. My big 23s on our ingress, so utter failure, I think.
Oops. Roger, guys. Next flight.
That's the Fight F-16s. Caladane, if he's here?
He is not.
Okay, so then it's Uzi, which is the F-15Cs.
Yeah, there we go. Chef and I, we took off. Had a first encounter with the MiG-29s. Pushed them away. Then I had a disconnection. Chef, I think he got shot down by a sneaky SA-5. I came back, re-engaged again, strafed some MiG-23s on the ground, engaged the MiG-29, good fight, and then flying back to Frankfurt right now.
Roger, guys. Next flights, please.
MiG-29As, yeah, we did our threatening maneuvers in the beginning, so we just flown in threatening you guys, then came back. I got shot down by ground fire, and Milo had troubles, but he will tell you.
Yeah, so my intention was to head back, rebase myself near the front line, and then scramble to threats. But yeah, DCS'd and ended up having to go halfway back to Berlin again to get a new aircraft, and had several crash to desktops while trying to launch.
Yeah, a lot of people crashing on this map, unfortunately. It's pretty sad, but
yeah. So I did a few things. I just reduced some of the settings and turned off the things at the mirrors, and I didn't have any problems again. So yeah, I think this map is definitely got some rough edges. Yeah. But yeah, that said, Mems had a pretty awesome time as Tactical Commander Mems.
Oh yes, I played a lot of Warner. I think in general it can be said that the East German efforts were short and effective.
Damn you, Rommel! Damn you!
No, that's it from me, Cap. Thanks everyone for joining.
Alright, guys, well done for playing the Cold War-based video game. I will see you later.